become our windows to the world. And it's through our windows we capture all the moments the world has to offer. Introducing the all-new Vivo V7 Plus. Supporting a 24 megapixel front camera sensor, it takes super clear photos, giving.
Hello YouTube, Pallav here, and Vivo India today launched a phone which they would call flagship, and I would probably call it an overpriced, underspecced mistake. So Vivo India today launched a brand new Vivo V7 Plus, and the USP of this particular device are two. Mainly is the full view display, which they call also like the Galaxy S8 or the LG G6. It has a view spanning the whole front, so all your shortcut keys and all are going to be on the screen. And then it has the most resolution front camera ever on a phone, a 24 MP front camera with what they call moonlight selfie. Does that matter? We'll come back to that in a bit, but first thing first, if you want a device purely for the display and you do not want to pay a flagship price, then why would you go for this one? The Micromax Infinity comes at less than 10,000 with 5.7-inch display, just smaller than that one. It also has a full view, what Vivo calls as a full view display, and you get that for 10,000. Now, apart from that, a selfie camera is good, 24 MP selfie camera, but know that it has only one selfie camera. Of course, it has flash, but then in this 24 MP selfie camera, 24 MP resolution is good. I would take that. But then you already get 20 MP selfie cameras, but still this should be better than some of those 20 MP selfie cameras. However, Vivo says that it has got bokeh mode, it has got portrait mode, it has got group selfie, so that you can swipe the phone and you can take a group selfie. But that's kind of a very software level imitation or copy of, let's say, the Oppo F3s, which has two front cameras, and that will give you a proper bokeh, that will give you a proper group selfie, because the second sensor is actually a very wide sensor. Here you have to swipe it, so that's more like a panorama, and the bokeh level is purely software because it does not have two sensors on the front. Behind it has a single camera, again a 16 MP rear camera, and Vivo actually did not talk about much. This is a dual camera age, and when you're charging that much, we'll come back to the price in just a bit. We expect a dual camera at least. So it has got one camera on the front, one camera on the back, plus when you come to the second USP we started with, that's the display. The full view display is a 6-inch display, but you only have an HD resolution, 1440 by 720. Many people might say that's bigger than 1280 by 720, but note that 1440 is because of the size and nature of the display. Otherwise it would have been a 1280 display only if it had been like 5.7 or 5.8, like 16 by 9 aspect ratio. So a 6-inch screen with an HD display is pathetic. Now again, the Micromax Infinity, which is a 5.7-inch display, again a full Infinity display, also has the same resolution. So basically your icons and all should show pixelation, but we'll have to see that when this device comes to our lab, if at all we will send this after watching this video anyway. So apart from that, again, it has a very entry-level spec. I'll tell you, it has what, a Snapdragon 450 chipset, an octa-core chipset, but only for name it has 1.8 gigahertz, a very entry-level chipset. Okay, the RAM is good, 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of ROM, but that 4 GB of RAM is also DDR3 RAM. But one good thing here is that Vivo is providing a dedicated microSD card slot that supports up to 256 GB. That's good. Another disappointment, again, in this age of 4000 mAh battery, 4500, 5000 mAh battery, this one, which has a big display, 6-inch display, has only what, 3225 mAh battery. Now I get that it has only HD resolution, still a 6-inch display will eat a lot of battery, and also those high resolution cameras. So 3225 I would say is a very underrated battery, would not get you through the whole business day for sure. Apart from that, well, design-wise, it's an all-metal body. It's a very similar looking body to some of the other Chinese phones that come these days. 7.6 mm thickness. That's quite thin for an all-metal body, I would say. But then it also has a small battery, so that's possible. And 160 gram is again decent, but nothing much to talk about. Comes with Android 7.1 Nougat, again that's usual nowadays. Now coming to the price point, which is the biggest shock. I've always found the Vivo phones to be overpriced. They come down a bit after some time, but at launch they're always overpriced, and the Vivo V7 Plus is no different. It's priced at just under 22,000, 21,990. That's a ridiculous price for the spec sheet actually it carries. And what the only novelty it has is a 24MP front camera, and that front camera does not have image stabilization. So under low light, your photos, if you do not focus them properly, are still going to be blurred. So 24MP is a good thing, but purely for that, the Micromax Infinity on the other hand, I would say has a full display. Plus it costs 10,000. It's only slightly low in powers and specs than this particular phone. And if you do not need that if you do not need that selfie, even the Motorola G5S Plus has a brilliant dual camera for just under 16,000. So 22,000 is again a ridiculous pricing, but I would wait for some time for the price to come down, or I would simply go with the Oppo F3 probably, or even the Motorola G5S Plus. So this phone, according to me, is just an average phone. You can safely pass it. So if you have any questions about this phone, then please ask us in the comment section. Let us know what you think about my views. And also, if you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel so that we can again meet when we publish the next video. Ciao.